I'm out here again. Today is a beautiful, blessed Sunday at Brandywine Zoo Park in Wilmington, and I had no intentions of coming out and making a video today. I just totally acted on random, spontaneous thinking after smashing it up real good at Grand East Buffet in Claymont. I had some coconut shrimp today, and with some mustard greens, hibachi chicken. Tried a little bit of a pork rib tip. I should have left it alone. The meat was a little hard. But going forward today, it's going to be an hour-long episode. If the camera doesn't get too hot and overheat, I'm going to answer some more Quora questions about side hustles and affiliate marketing, so I can help good working class people have a better understanding about side hustles and why it's important to change the way that you think. Now, some people are probably wondering how I got into side hustles and affiliate marketing. I totally got into this industry by accident. I don't know if it's by accident. It might have been by destiny, maybe. I'll just give you a brief taste. In 2005, I was a big time internet player. I was into the women back then. I was big time. I was just, living in my 20s, early 30s. I think I was, I was about 29 going on 30. And I was in the prime of my player mode. I was known as Shallow back then. Shallow, Sean wears a lot of low, Polo Ralph Lauren. And Shallow was getting her ladies. But now I'm retired from that today because I grew up, I matured. But going forward, in 2005, in the prime of my internet dating / player career, a thought came to me out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from, why it came to my mind, but I acted on it. A thought came, go to Walmart.com. So, okay, acting on the thought, why am I putting in my web browser with Walmart.com? So I scroll to the bottom of the website. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just acting on this thought. And I'm looking around and I see this link, and the link says, join our affiliate program. Or I believe it said join our OUR, I believe was capitalized. Join our affiliate program. And at the time, I didn't know what affiliate marketing was, an affiliate program. I don't know, but it was interesting, it was different, and I wanted to know what the heck is an affiliate program. Out of curiosity, yes, I clicked the link, and it said something about make money, make money promoting, backside is itching a little bit. Make money promoting links or something from Walmart, promoting Walmart.com links or something like that. I don't remember how the exact description said verbatim, but I'm like, make money? Wait a minute. I can make money off of Walmart? Really? I can do this? Me? Get out of here, you joking. So I was reading through the description. They said there's something about, I can't remember clearly. I'm going to assume that the Walmart affiliate program invitation mentioned something about you need to have a blog or a website or something like that. And at the time, I didn't know what a blog was. Like, what's a blog? A blog? What's that? So they had a link, said, in so many words, to get the affiliate application process started, click here, fill out the link share, affiliate publisher application. So I got curious. I was like, what's a blog? How do I get one? Because it's like, if I can make money off of Walmart, how do I get started? Because I'm stuck on stupid here. Now you didn't pique my curiosity, and I want to get it popping. I want to make some money. I want to get, I want to be prime time with this. So I did a little bit of research. Blog is something that you type on and you publish to the internet, and everybody reads your blog. And then, if you want to make money from the blog, you put ads on there. So I'm like, how do I do all of this? So one thing led to another. I opened up a free blog on Blogger or blogspot.com or something like that. I opened that up. I started a free blog. I didn't know what I was doing. Started typing. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I filled out the Linkshare publisher application. I don't remember if I filled out the Linkshare publisher application first, or if I started the blog first and then submitted the URL along with the Linkshare publisher application. I don't remember. This is 2005. So going forward, I got approved for the Walmart affiliate program. That was my very, very first affiliate program. So I'm like, oh snap, this is really, really, really real. So now I'm approved as a Walmart affiliate, and I got full access to my affiliate dashboard where I can grab banner ad codes of literally any size and put it on my blog. So I'm like, okay, the affiliate link banner, the affiliate Walmart ads have my affiliate link code in it, and every time I put that ad code on my blog and somebody clicks on that ad and buys something from Walmart, I earn what's called an affiliate commission. So I was like, oh, this is nice. So I flirted around with blogging on the blogspot.com. That was my first blog before I got my own domain name and website and server and all that other stuff. I blogged on this free blogspot or blogger.com, and believe it or not, I made money. My first check, my very, very first affiliate check was from Linkshare, and it was a little over $72. Somebody clicked on the Walmart affiliate link, a total stranger, and I think they bought a pool table. I'm going to assume it was a pool table, and it was a little over $700. I did get a check, not an e-deposit because I didn't have a bank account at the time. I was broke, and I got a check, a little over $72. I'm thinking this is a joke. I'm gonna go cash this check, and somebody's gonna tell me this is a fraud, and they're gonna call the cops on me. Cash the check, and I got the money. So I'm like, wow, this really, really, really works. And so from there, after I joined the Walmart affiliate program, I went over to eBay, did the same thing. I got curious. I said, well, let me just scroll to the bottom and see what it is. I joined eBay as an affiliate, and I made money from eBay. And I made money from the eBay affiliate program. Then go to 2006. I joined the eBay affiliate program from the ebay.com official site. But at the time in 2005, the eBay affiliate program was hosted on CJ.com, which was formerly known as Commission Junction. Now they're known as CJ Affiliate by Conversant. It's an affiliate marketing company. They're top notch out of Santa Barbara, California. So I'm now really, my affiliate marketing curiosity is really getting piqued, because I don't want to keep getting up and going to work for some narcissist employer for the rest of my life. So I called up, I had stayed in touch with an old high school friend I went to Brandywine High School with, and he's from California, and he was my first official California friend that I got on an airplane with, even though I didn't know the guy like that back in the day. I had only known him for maybe, I don't know, less than 4 months. And I trusted him and got on an airplane with him. He hooked me up with a round-trip airline ticket, and I rode with him because I trusted him, and he did deliver. To this day, I still thank him for the experience. Even though we're no longer friends, I forgive him for what he said to me. So, I'll get into that later. By the way, PBC for life. We rode on the airplane from Philadelphia International Airport to LAX. Or was it LAX? Or maybe we transferred at LAX to San Diego. But anyways, our final destination was San Diego, California. Skyline Park. I'll get into that in a future video. And I had stayed in touch with him for a couple of years after high school. So in 2006, I had contacted him. I said, yo, look, I just discovered this thing, affiliate marketing, and they're having an event out in Santa Barbara, California. Well, my curious behind went to Philadelphia International Airport, got dropped off, and I got on an airplane by myself because I wanted to see, is this really real? Because I want to be a millionaire. I got on the airplane, rode by myself from Philadelphia International Airport to LAX, to Los Angeles, California. So I'm supposed to take a shuttle plane from LAX in the middle of the night, because I was set to get to Los Angeles, I don't know, maybe a little after 1 or a little after 2 in the morning or something, or a little, I know it was definitely after midnight. But after I got to LAX, I missed the flight, the shuttle flight to Santa Barbara. So my bags was up in the air going to Santa Barbara, and I was not on the plane. Well, thankfully, I was able to pick up my rental from LAX. Instead of picking up my rental vehicle in Santa Barbara, California, I picked it up in LAX because I let the guy know. I said, yo, man, this, you know, my bags is up in the air. I'm stuck here at LAX. I don't know what the heck to do. So he upgraded me for free from regular economy size rental. He gave me a Hyundai SUV truck for no extra charge. That was a blessing. So I had to do one of those go figure moments. I had to figure it out and figure out on my own and ask strangers for directions how to get from Los Angeles driving to Santa Barbara, California. So I'm driving through the mountains, the highways. I think they had Interstate 405 or something like that. And I think I was driving through the highway and then going through the mountains, like going through those, you know, driving through the mountains, and there was like orange patches and all kinds of other stuff. I finally made it to Santa Barbara in the middle of the night. So in the meantime, we had Nextel phones, and we were on the Nextels talking. I'm like, yo, I'm finally here, but you know, I gotta go get to Santa Barbara first and go check into my hotel. So long story short, I found out affiliate marketing was real. I got to the CJ event. Everything went splendid. My ticket price, my admission price to get in was $600. And in 2006, we had the CJ, the commissionjunction.com event at Fess Parker's Doubletree Resort. And if you don't know who Fess Parker is, back in the 1950s, he was known as Daniel Boone. And I think he probably played Davy Crockett. I'm not quite sure, but he might have played Davy. But he was definitely known as Daniel Boone back in the 1950s. And Fess Parker has a, I guess his family owns it now, because Fess Parker's dead. He's been dead for a very long time. They had the Fess Parker's Doubletree Resort. That's where we had our CJ event at, and I'm telling you, his family's like filthy Fiduki rich. I think it's on Cabrillo Boulevard or something like that. But anyways, the place is gorgeous. I mean, we had big old beautiful buttermilk scallops and butter sauce, all kinds of delicious food. We had catering. Oh man, forget about it, man. I was like, yeah, affiliate marketing is real. It's real. So I stuck with it. And then right around in that time, I stumbled across a guy on myspace.com who is the co-founder of Affiliate Summit. And coincidentally, his name is Sean too, spelled the same way as me, S-H-A-W-N, Sean Collins. And to this day, I still thank Mr. Sean Collins, even though I had to make a couple of lifestyle changes. I thank him for the opportunities that he afforded me to come to Affiliate Summit for free. I made some religious lifestyle changes. I don't go to Affiliate Summit anymore, but every time that I did attend, I enjoyed it. I really did. I actually met Evander Holyfield face to face, and if I could find the picture, I think it's on my eMachines desk, my eMachines tower. I gotta take it to Geek Squad and have it, I don't know, I gotta have it mapped out. But I have a picture back in, I think it was 2014. I met Evander Holyfield in Philadelphia at an Affiliate Summit event. So I was totally convinced from 2006 going forward that, yeah, this affiliate marketing stuff is real. So this is why I stayed motivated all these years with affiliate marketing, because I hooked up with the big timers. I did. This little kid from Flatbush, Brooklyn, man, I wanted to know. I wanted to know. And I found out. Now I know that this stuff is real, and this is why I share it with you. All right, so much for me. Let's go on to the Quora questions. Now, I don't have sheets printed out today, so I'm just going to read the questions from my phone. And the first question reads, what is a good way to make money on the side? For me, I'm going to answer this question based on my personal experience. It's going to be affiliate marketing and blogging. Now, making money on the side with a day job is an absolute must today, as an unwritten and an unspoken rule, because even with a college degree, I have a 3.5 GPA in marketing from Wilmington University. I graduated with literally honors. I mean, I made the dean's list. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I made the dean list, I believe 3 times. 3 or 4. No, I want to say 3. About 3 times. I graduated in the elite. I mean, literally, I graduated with the scholars. I mean, scholars the highest you could get at Wilmington University is 4.0. You can't go past 4.0, and I got a 3.5, so I'm happy with the 3.5. I'm not perfect. And I do what I do today as a labor of love, but working job to job, or even having a college degree doesn't guarantee you any sort of financial security. If anyone has anything against you on a job for whatever reason, they can still contemplate to set you up for wrongful termination. So I would definitely recommend, as a beginner with no previous online marketing experience, get into blogging. The thing is this, excuse me, I got a slew of bugs flying a little bit ahead of me, but hopefully they don't come over here. They like yellow people. Yeah, I said yellow. High yellow, like me. Anyways. Blogging doesn't require any previous experience. All you have to do is to get started with a blog. You can activate the speech recognition function on your phone and start blogging in rough draft mode using Google Docs. But if you're serious about turning a blog into a business, you're very serious, you have to get your own domain name, which is your, www.com address. That's number one. Yes, you do have to spend money, because in order to make money, you have to put out money. I mean, there is a way you can make money for free by using YouTube. I'll get into that later. But if you're really serious about those steady streams of passive, I'm looking at the bugs at the same time. Please don't come over here. They are like they are mob deep, man. Please, no. Okay. But if you're really serious about making money with blogging, you don't need previous experience. What you need to do is to get a domain name, or you can go to GoDaddy and get your domain name and web hosting, or you can use my link to Bluehost, which is in the header description section of this YouTube video. I'm sorry, I should be pointing down, not up, down. It's the bit.ly cloaked link that you see in the header of this YouTube video description. You can click on that link and check out that web hosting provider for more details on getting set up with a hosting and domain name. But after you get your www.com address, I strongly recommend you getting small business dedicated hosting. And once you get those 2 things, you ask your web hosting provider to install a self-hosted version of WordPress. WordPress is a free semantic blog publishing platform that allows you to use your voice, just like I'm having a fluent conversation with you in this YouTube video. It allows you to have a fluent conversation, but in the form of a blog. And you're transforming your blog into an online mouthpiece. Your blog is going to be monetized with advertisements. This is the simplest way to get started as a working class person looking to get out of the traditional employment and into side hustle entrepreneurship. Now, that is a good way to make money on the side, because over time, the repetitive actions of blogging will start to grow on you. In other words, it will grandfather yourself in, because you're doing it repetitively and you're doing it willingly. You're not doing it because someone's standing over your shoulder saying, you need to blog right now. No, you're doing it because you willingly want to do it. So with that said, when you make the investment to get a domain name, a blog, and a hosting, be passionate about the topic that your blog is going to be centered around. So in other words, if you specialize in mathematics, then your blog should be about mathematics, and you should have a mathematical related keyword in your URL address. Unless you want to use your last name as a URL, as a domain name or /URL address, that's totally fine too. But think about this. If you want your blog to be about mathematics and you're using this as a side hustle, think about the different categories of mathematics that you specialize in. You may specialize in calculus, geometry, algebra, trigonometry. So you don't want to make a general and vague mathematics-based blog and then mash the different blog posts together. One blog post about trigonometry, the other one about calculus, the other one about algebra. What you want to do is to create separate WordPress categories on your blog. So one category is going to be for calculus. The other category is going to be for trigonometry. The other one's going to be for algebra. The other one's going to be for geometry. This way, the search engines, when they go to crawl the content of your blog after you hit the publish button, the search engines notice and they acknowledge structure within your blog. Your content is organized, it's well categorized, and the search engines know that your blog is consistently putting out quality content. You're not copying and pasting mathematical problems and answers from a university website, plagiarizing and saying that this is your content. You're actually taking the time to create the content because, again, this is what you do. This is what you specialize in. So as a side hustle, yes, blogging about mathematics, if that's what you specialize in, that should be one of your niche blog topics. For each blog category, you should be monetizing your blog with AdSense. Google AdSense is the easiest way to make money online. You can head over to adsense.google.com and fill out your publisher application. But before you submit your publisher application for potential approval, I do highly recommend that you, after you get your WordPress blog set up, start putting out a couple of blog posts. At least try to do between 10 to 20 blog posts, because the AdSense publisher review team, the application review team, wants to see consistent blogging activity before they approve your application. They want to see that you're working on something. You don't necessarily have to have good search engine rankings. You can be a fairly new blog, newly indexed in Google and Bing and Yahoo, but they want to see consistent activity. This is why I specialize, and I said specialize, I meant to say emphasize the importance of consistent blogging. So when you get that AdSense publisher application approved, simply follow the directions in order to copy and paste the snippet of code, the AdSense publisher code, into certain areas of your blog. And while you're blogging, your AdSense ads will be showing even while you're sleeping. AdSense is the easiest form of making money online because you're not selling anything. That should give you an incentive or subliminal motivation. Keep putting out quality content. Is it going to be easy in the beginning? No, I never said that. Blogging is something that grows on you over time, but yes, it is the simplest way to get started with a side hustle. And I hope that that answered your question. I'm just going to go straight down the list. And okay, that's an interesting question. Okay, bear with me just one moment. I have a slow connection here on my phone. I did not ask for that. Okay. Hold on one second. Now, by the way, this is an unedited, well, 99.5% unedited video. Just the beginning of this video is probably going to be edited, but I'm not editing anything else. So With that said, you're going to see me talking into my phone, doing this little search thing in Quora. Okay, let me just try this again. Hold on one second. Y'all seeing all the raw footage and everything. Okay, so give me just 1 second here. All right, today, please. Today. Why you gotta be acting a fool right about now? Okay, today. Let me see if I can go down this way. All right, second question says here, what are some things someone should know before quitting their day job to pursue a side hustle? Well, here's one way to look at it. Before quitting your day job, you have to get in a consistent mindset. You have to really think to yourself, is this side hustle lifestyle, is this side hustle stuff something that you see yourself doing for the next 5, 10 to 20 years? Excuse me. Is it really something that you want to do? Or is this something that you're doing in the moment just to get a fast buck? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is no such thing as get rich quick online, unless you are doing some type of Ponzi scheme, scams, cryptocurrency, crookery stuff. If you're hacking people, that's get rich quick. But you know what? You're going to get caught. If you're not going to get caught by law enforcement, you're going to get caught by the Lord, and all souls belong to him. So don't be a crook and try to get rich quick on the internet. Do things honestly, because you know what? It is so easy for everybody, including me, including myself. I'm talking about myself. It is so easy for any and everybody. We can all be traced on the internet. IP addresses, footprints, all of that stuff, man. The feds can get you. The feds can get me if I do anything crooked. And you know what? I wouldn't dare do nothing crooked on no internet, because you know what? That's Fed time. So, what? Now my phone's going slow. Did I hit the wrong button? Oh, shibbit. Did I say shibbit? I meant, well, you know what I meant to say, but I'm trying to watch my mouth. Okay. All right. Now this thing is really acting stupid. Give me 1 second. All right. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. No. I want to add a question. Side hustle, quit your day job. All right, let me see what comes up. No, I don't want that. Why is this acting stupid on me? Okay, today, please. You know, this stuff doesn't happen until I start to shoot one of these videos, and then it's to make me look stupid on camera. But I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to keep going, because I just want y'all to see how real I am on these videos, okay? And besides, I love this stuff. I do what I do because I do what I do as a labor of love, and I don't care what people think. You can call me fat, overweight, I need to hit the gym. Guess what? I got to respect you because you're telling the truth. And guess what? You're right. All right. Let me see. Bear with me just one moment. Now my thing is acting a fool. Oh, there's a... I'm all in the wrong area. Yeah, that's on me. Side hustle. Quit your day job. Had the question right there and hit the wrong button. Okay. There we go. All right. So next, the last question. I'm going to go on to the next question. Did you quit your day job for your side hustle? You should quit your day job if you feel comfortable. That is a judgment call you have to make for yourself. When you start your side hustle, even when you believe in yourself and your side hustle is in the infancy of just starting to make more money than your job, stay on the job. You want to still put in that work on your job. That is a judgment call. Because you make $15,000 in a month from your side hustle shortly after you started, and your job probably only gives you about maybe $5,500 a month, that's not a reason for you to get up and quit your job, because you can make $15,000 in your side hustle that month. The following month you can make $2,500. So with that said, hold on to your job, give it between 6 months to a year and gauge it, but don't start lacking or slacking because your side hustle made 15 grand that month and you think the next month you're going to make more, because you may make less the next month. Keep that momentum going in your side hustle. Don't be like, oh, I could take a week off because I just got 15,000. I got a couple of dollars in my account. You know, I can chill. Yeah, you can chill. But think about this. If you chill for that week, you might lose 5 grand. You see what I'm saying? So keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. Let me read this question again. Did you quit your job for your side hustle? Don't quit your job within the first 6 months to a year after you start making steady and healthy streams of passive income from your job. When you should quit your job is when you start making 5-figure monthly incomes steadily. Because at this time, the repetitiveness is starting to grandfather itself in. You're making these mental changes and you're seeing yourself doing this as a full-time business. You're not just doing it for the money, but you're doing it, you're putting in the work willingly because you want your side hustle to sprout out. You want this to be your 100% livelihood, and you're doing your side hustle willingly because not only do you want it to be your livelihood, but you don't want to be dependent on the employer until retirement, because some, not all employers, do get shady toward employees, even with college degrees, and even towards union employees. They get shady towards certain employees, peculiar employees. Like myself, I'm a peculiar person. They get shady toward retirement, and they do and say things to allegedly set you up for wrongful termination. Now, how would you feel if you just put all of your eggs in one basket and work for an employer for 20, 25, or even 30 years to get close to retirement, and the employer does something shady to set you up, and then your retirement's down the drain, and then you have to go get a lawyer, take the company to court, and then you have to go through litigation, arbitration, and all of this other yada, yada, yada. And you could have started your side hustle back there. So this is why I really emphasize, folks, get your side hustle started while you are working, because your side hustle income actually bulletproofs you financially against wrongful termination. And like I said, if your side hustle starts to generate steady and healthy 5-figure monthly income streams and financially starts outweighing your monthly job income, then it's like a checks and balances in the legal system. You have to just make that, you have to make that decision for yourself. It's checks and balances. Outweigh, should I stay on the job? Should I quit? If I quit, is this something that I'm going to do for the next 20 or 30 years? Because at a certain age, there is an unspoken rule, a point of no return. You're literally too old to go back to the workforce and start at an entry level, fresh from scratch, and get the same benefits and the same respect as someone who is just starting in the workforce at 18, 21, or 25 years old in that same entry level job. If you understand where I'm coming from with all that. In other words, you can't be like 50 years old and just starting out on an entry-level job, getting the same pay and the same level of respect as someone fresh out of high school or college. You're just not going to get that from an employer. And if you do, they're only playing it off for a while until their true character, their true colors start showing. This is why I really emphasize, folks, get out of job just over broke mindset and get into side hustle, because this is the stuff, this is the stuff that they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you entrepreneurship, like starting your own business online. This is the secret sauce that employers don't want you to know. I'm from the hood, by the way. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I come from a working class family. My poppy worked for the U.S. Postal Service, starting out in Brooklyn back in 1970 something. He's been knowing my mom since they got together in 1973. By then he was working at the post office, I think, in Brooklyn, and he worked for the U.S. Postal Service in New York 42 years. Prior to that, he was a seasonal short-term typist for the NYPD. My mother, she worked a few temp jobs, I believe back in the 1950s, and then in 1959 she took the exam, aced it, and got a job working for the city of New York. She graduated from Girls High School in Brooklyn, which is the same high school that Chris Rock went to. It was in Bedford-Stuyvesant on Nostrand Avenue. Back then it was just Girls High School, but today it's Boys and Girls High School. So my mom's went to Girls High School in Brooklyn on Nostrand Avenue in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and she started her career in 1959 working for the city of New York in Brooklyn. Got promoted numerous times, never went to college. My poppy never went to, well, he might have, I don't remember, but he never, if he did, he never finished. But my mother, my parents couldn't afford college. And my mother graduated from Girls High School with an academic diploma. And they didn't have grants and scholarships. They didn't have that stuff back then. So they were broke, living on Kingsland Avenue, 60 Kingsland Avenue in the Greenpoint section of Brooklyn, over there by the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and had to go to work, you know. So she worked for the city of New York in Brooklyn for 35 years, and when she retired, she was working for the Agency of Child Development, and she retired in 1994. That was around the time she retired. 1995, moved out of New York and came down here to Wilmington. Been here ever since. So I'm from the hood, man. Oh, and by the way, being that I'm from the hood, let me tell you something real quick, off topic. We used to roll one of our pants legs up in Brooklyn and Flatbush, you know, preferably the right pants leg. It would be my right pants leg. We used to roll one of our pants legs up to see the top of our Fila T1 sneakers, our cream Filas. And we used to also roll one of our pants legs up to see the top of our 7-Eye Chucker Timberlands. Yeah, I'm from the hood, man. We used to shoot fair ones back in the day on Avenue I in East 38th Street by Amherst Fort Park. We used to call it J Park. You know what I'm saying? We used to tap a bush in your cabbage. And then after we shoot the fair one, we squash beef, man. We was homies again, but we had to shoot that fair one. I had to run up there, I had to steam your cabbage with my fists a couple of times, you know. Some of the same people that I shot the fair one with was some of the same people I was going out of state with back in the day. You know, we did our thing. That's a totally different story. But that's just a little bit about me. I come from a working class family in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and so I know about struggles. I know about side hustles. One of my side hustles, when I was in Flatbush, I shoveled people's snow for about $5. I think there was one lady that she used to give me $20. Her name is Mrs. Winter. She lived on Avenue I, and in the big greenhouse. I think she was a millionaire. She had the biggest house on the corner in Flatbush on Avenue I, and she was always a nice lady, always let me in her house. That was my snow shoveling side hustle back in the 80s, early 90s. I would shovel her whole sidewalk around the corner. Avenue I and Brooklyn Avenue. If you know anything about Avenue I and Brooklyn Avenue and Flatbush, that's where the 63rd precinct is. The 63rd precinct, if you're going down Avenue I if you're going down Brooklyn Avenue, which used to be a two-way, and then it turned into a one-way, the 63rd precinct is on your right-hand side going toward Avenue J. And around the corner from 63rd precinct on Avenue J is still Brooklyn Plumbing Supply. But I'll get into all of that later. That's memories, man. But yeah, I come from a working class family in Flatbush, Brooklyn. So I know work, I know side hustles, and I was doing side hustles back in the day. But we didn't know the coined term side hustles. We just didn't know that. So this is, I'm honored to be actually fully engaged in side hustles today and really loving to do this. And I'm actually loving it so much that I'm sharing personal information about me that I normally do not tell people, and especially putting it on YouTube. I must really love doing what I do. All right, so hopefully that answers your question about quitting your job for your side hustle. I'm gonna move on to the next question. Let me just see how long I've been. Okay, I'm over 41 minutes now. Wonderful. The next question says, if you build your side hustle into a full-time job, will you quit your day job? First off, you got it a little twisted here. A guy named Janko asked this question. Janko, you got it a little twisted here, buddy. Your side hustle is not a job. Your side hustle is the business of you. It is the business of you. It is your business. A side hustle is not only the business of you, but is the business that you can't get fired from. A job, which is just over broke, you can get fired from. You can get furloughed. You can get wrongfully terminated. You can get slandered. The side hustle is the business of you that you cannot get fired from, excuse me, but you can lose money if you don't keep up your entrepreneurial actions. Let me just turn this, let me see if I can just pull this up a little bit. All right, I'm still out here going hard at the across from the Brandywine Zoo Park. It's a lot of people over there today. I don't feel like being mashed up because, you know, some people just like being, they like to be mushed up like sardines, and COVID is still going around, and I'm not wearing a mask, so I don't want to be over there with them folks. But let me just read this again. If you build your side hustle into a full-time job, will you quit your day job? Number one, your side hustle is the business of you. So if you build your side hustle into a steady 5-figure monthly income, and I recommend 5 figures before you quit your job, because you want to know that this is something that's now grandfathered. It's cemented into your head that you see yourself doing for the next 10, 20, 30 years. If your money's coming in steadily, yes, you should quit your day job. Give yourself, as I mentioned, gauge it 6 months to a year. Because when you're adjusting into the side hustle lifestyle, there's habits that you're going to have to give up. There's people that you're going to have to ignore, especially family members. You're going to have to ignore certain friends. These friends are people that you go out to clubs with on weekends, your drinking buddies, your reefer smoking friends. You're going to have to start ignoring them, because now you got to hunker down and get serious about your business. Now you think about hanging out. Which one are you gonna give up? You're gonna give up the side hustle, pursuing the side hustle to keep your friends, or you're gonna trade off your friends and give them friends up and build out your side hustle? Because let me tell you this, friends will not help you achieve retirement. Friends will not pay your pension check. Okay, friends are around for only a season, and friends help you pass time. They're not in your life forever. Take it from me, man. I got childhood friends. I got love for them from a distance, and I thank them so much for the valuable lessons that they taught me. Are we still friends today? No. The friends from Flatbush, Brooklyn that I grew up with, I am finished with 99% of them. If I see them in the street, and a lot of them I knew since about 4, 5, or 6 years old, I would drive right past them like I never knew them. Especially my ex-best friend, Damien. That's right, Damien. Damien from Flatbush, Brooklyn. When we rise. I hope you're watching. I gotta forgive you for what you did. I gotta forgive you. Real talk. You taught me a valuable lesson in Florida. You know what? I ain't even gonna put your business out there. When we rise. Yeah, I got you. Thanks for the lesson, Damien. But back to what I was saying. You're gonna have to give up friends because, listen, side hustle is the business of you. And when you give up your friends, when you give up bad habits, and you build your side hustle into a full-time business, you'll know when, like I said, through checks and balances mentally, it's time for you to walk off the job. Now, let me tell you this. Let me give you something to think about. If you've been on a job for 20 years, you start your side hustle at the 20-year mark, and you have a goal to retire at 25 years, right? If in the 22nd year of your day job career, you end up making $1 million from your side hustle in 2 years, I'm just surmising, just put a parable out there. If you make $1 million in 2 years from your side hustle, are you going to really quit your job because you made $1 million from your side? Are you going to quit your job that you've been on for 22 years and lose your pension or your 401k because you already made your first $1 million from your side hustle? Or are you going to stay on the job for another 3 years, work until the 25-year retirement mark, and retire with the pension check or the 401k plus the $1 million before you have to pay the IRS taxes? Which one are you going to do? Common sense would tell you stay on the job and work the 3 extra years, make it to your 25-year retirement, keep working your side hustle in the meantime, and when you make it to the 25-year mark, give him the praise, because he gave you the energy, he gave you the ambition, he gave you the oomph to make it. So you made it to retirement. You get your pension or your 401k, plus when you turn 62, I think it's now get ready to up it to 65 for getting Social Security. When you turn 65, you'll get the Social Security. You'll get your 401k plus your pension, and then your side hustle income. So retirement money, Social Security, and then your side hustle. That's 3 streams of passive income. Focus on your side hustle. Like I said, there's millions and millions of dollars to be made in this business. If your side hustle starts generating 5 figures right away, give it about 6 months to a year, because you want to see the consistent pattern of monthly passive income rolling in before you tell your job bye-bye. Now, if you've been on a job for about 5 years, I mean, let's just be real. If you've been on a job for 5 years, and before the 10-year mark, you make $1 million from the side hustle, I could see, okay, all right, you ain't been on the job that long, less than a decade, and now that your side hustle is making big buku money, you're ready to walk off the job. I understand. That part I'm with. Yes, in that instance, if your side hustle is making steady streams of passive income before the 10-year tenure on your job, yes, quit your job and focus on your side hustle. Because if you stay on this job and you haven't been there 10 years, and then your side hustle starts generating huge passive income, and then you're still working a job, you're going to start feeling burned out. Because today, I mean, jobs that I worked years ago, I feel that I'm still burned out from it. I mean, there's days that I wake up and I'll be like, I just don't feel like doing content today. I don't feel like doing anything. But I motivate myself to do it because this is something that I want to do. This is something that I have to do. And let me tell you, a lot of employers, they can't afford me. My ticket is too high. They can't afford me. I tell them stuff that I can do. I'm like, what's your department? Do you have a designated department for this? Or do you have someone doing that? They come up with all kinds of reasons not to give me the salary that I'm asking for. And it's not because my head is in the clouds. It's because I know my worth. I'm not going to take a job for $25,000, $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 because I need a check. Yeah, I might need the money, but guess what? I'm worth more than that. And I have a degree. So no, I'm not going to settle for less. No, I'm not going to settle for sloppy seconds nor a can of beans. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to take a risk and start a side hustle. I'm going to work on the betterment of myself spiritually and entrepreneurially and financially, with or without that employer offering me the opportunity for employment with their company. Because I tell employers straight up, I don't, in so many words, I don't care. I don't care. I've said it over the phone in so many words in the past. I think, if I can remember, I've typed it in emails. I've responded to employers and prospective employers, temp agencies. I said them straight up, you're fired. I tell them, you're fired. Because you're not telling me what I want to hear, number one, and you're not offering me the money that I'm looking for. So what's the use of even working for you? I'm going to start my own business. Believe in yourself. Man, this is a cold world we live in today. I tell you that much, man. I'm speaking from experience. Let me, before this, I still got some good battery time here. Ooh, wow. I got more than half the battery life left. All right. I'm going on a little over 52:04. Man, I'm going on almost an hour today. I'm rolling. Okay, so let me move on to the next question. How long did it take working your side hustle before you decided to quit your day job? How long does it take? For every person, it varies. Everyone's level of ambition is totally different. A person could start a blogging-based side hustle. They could write one post a day, 2,000 words, 5 days a week for 6 months consistently, and start generating anywhere from between 1,000 to 5,000 a month instantly from AdSense and affiliated ads from their blog. And they might make enough money to quit their job. Whereas you have another person who might post twice a week to their blog. They already have AdSense on it. They already have their affiliated banner ads on there, and they're posting twice a week. They're gonna get less traffic than the ambitious person who's posting 2,000 words a day to their blog 5 days a week for 180 days consistently. Well, I said 180 days. I'm sorry, I take that back. Let me slap myself on the hand. I should have thought about that. 2,000 words or 2,000 words a day, 5 days a week for 6 months, not including Saturdays and Sundays. Because, nobody was going to want to blog 7 days a week unless you just get up in the morning and just take a bunch of caffeine pills and you just go iron fist hard 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning while your energy levels are at its peak. But even me, myself, I don't post content 7 days a week. Sometimes I struggle, I get inconsistent often. But now I'm getting a little bit more consistent with these YouTube videos. And to talk about YouTube videos, I am such a fool, man. I left this YouTube stuff on the table for about 12 or 13 years because I didn't want to put my face on YouTube. I left millions and millions of dollars in Google ad money on the table for people to take. Man. But I'm glad I'm an AdSense publisher today because I'm still in the humble and blessed seat to make money from Google from the ads on the website. And as soon as I build this channel up to get 1,000 subscribers, I look forward to transitioning into the YouTube partner program. But anyways, about that, let me just read this again. How long did it take working your side hustle before you decided to quit your day job? Everyone is different. Move at your own pace. Like my pastor preaches, and I have respect for him. He's rough on his mouth, but I have respect for him. He's a real deal, and I respect him. He's a true apostle. I'm going to tell you in so many words the same thing he preaches to us. Don't compare yourself to anyone else in the side hustle. In other words, you see someone else over there blogging 4,000 or 5,000 words a day, 5 days a week. If you know you can't do that, then don't try to keep up with the Joneses. In other words, don't try to keep up with the Kardashians online, virtually, when it comes to blogging. Move at your own pace. If you're starting out blogging, if you can only type 500 words a day, preferably 2,000, but if you can only do 500 words a day for 5 days a week, for 6 months to a year, if that's all you can do, move at your own pace and do that. And then as you become more repetitive with your blogging, then you move into, okay, now I understand that I'm consistent with 500 words a day, 5 days a week for 6 months to a year. Now I can move into changing my thought process and moving into 1,000 words. How comfortable am I putting out 1,000 words 5 days a week for 6 months to a year? Is this becoming easier on my mind? Is this becoming easier on me to do? Okay, measure that progress. You notice your search engine rankings are improving as you're slowly adjusting into the mindset of doing 1,000 words in your blog for every blog post, 5 days a week for 6 months to a year. That becomes simple. Great. Your blog search engine rankings are improving. Your AdSense income is improving. Now you want to move into the 1,500 word to 2,000 words per blog post. That's what's really going to turbocharge your search engine rankings and your AdSense income. So as you get into that mindset, then you can gauge how long it's going to take you to start earning a certain amount per month from your blog until you finally determine it's time to quit your job. From the point of inception, when you start your blog, measure 2 years later. How much progress did you achieve with your blog financially in terms of your search engine rankings and your side hustle income? If you achieve a certain amount per month and it's steady, you may be able to quit your job in less than 2 years after you started your blog. Let me give you an example. You start your blog, everybody starts out broke blogging. I say broke meaning you're not making anything. And there's going to be days that your AdSense publisher dashboard says you only made a penny, or you only made 4 or 5 cents in an AdSense click. That's because you have low traffic. You're just starting out. So don't think it's just you. That's how everybody, including me, starts out. Measure your progress over a 2 year span. If you notice by month 7 and 8, you're starting to make around in that ballpark between 4,000 to 5,000 monthly, and it's steady, keep going an extra 6 months to see what your monthly revenues are going to be like from your blog. And then once those revenues are proving itself to be steady, determine, am I going to stay on this job, or am I going to make this blog work and I'm going to earn a 100% living? Because once you master the art of blogging and you start making those healthy monthly revenues, the beauty of blogging is you can run your blog from your phone. You can run your blog from your laptop, as long as your laptop has instant internet connection. By the way, I don't have mine with me today. Excuse me. But if you have a laptop that has reliable, internet connection that doesn't require you to be at a Wi-Fi hotspot. In other words, you're sitting out bumming it in the park, in the McDonald's parking lot or Wendy's or something like that. If you're not bumming someone's Wi-Fi hotspot, maybe, I don't know, Panera Bread or Taco Bell or something, and you have your own instant internet connection, then you can run your blog on the go. You're unconfined to you know, being at home creating blogs. You don't have to sit at home and blog from your desktop, because you have a reliable internet service that allows you to be instantly connected to the internet from anywhere. And with that said, you can be out in a park like this doing you. When we say do you, doing you, doing the business of you, blogging away, building your business. A park can be your outside office, because now you are a blogging digital nomad. You don't need to be at home. You don't need to be in an office. You don't need to be around people. Your mind is now a walking bank. That's the goal, to liberate yourself from traditional thinking, to liberate yourself from the norms of what school teaches you. Go to school, get good grades, graduate with honors. I'm all for getting the highest possible degree possible. If you have a chance to go to school, to go to college, scholarship, tuition free, whatever the case is, please, ladies and gentlemen, go to college. And do it while you're young, while your brains are fresh. Because you hang around the wrong people, you drink beer and you smoke weed, you're only hurting yourself. And you don't have that piece of paper, you're actually hurting your brain cells. Because excessive marijuana smoking and excessive alcohol consumption actually suppresses your memory, it suppresses your cognitive thought processes, and excessive smoking and drinking will really hamper your blogging, your creativity, and it'll suppress your blogging ambition. So avoid drinking, avoid smoking, avoid hanging out with the wrong people. Stay in school. Even if you have a mind to start your own business and not work for anybody, stay in school. Go to college. Get the highest possible degree you can. Even if you go to grad school and get your PhD, get your PhD for you. Because even with a PhD, you're not guaranteed job security, and a PhD, you're only making a little over $100,000 starting out at entry level. Whereas with side hustles and affiliate marketing and blogging, there is no salary cap. You can make $100,000 starting out, you can make $50,000 starting out, but before a 5-year mark, if you stay focused in affiliate marketing and side hustles, you can become a millionaire. And the money that you can make in this industry will outweigh any salary you earn with whatever level college degree you have. So, like I said, stay in school, get your degrees, but get your college degree for you, not to get a job, okay? I thank you all so much. It is now 1 hour and 3 minutes and some seconds. I made it past the hour mark, and let me just see if this camera's hot yet. Oh no, I'm doing great. It's not even lukewarm like this, no. The camera's cool actually, because I'm outside and it's breathing. I'm getting ready to get another battery soon for this camera. I was on the B&H photo video website the other day, and I had discovered, I don't know if it was a Google search or a YouTube search, that some company actually makes batteries for these GoPro cameras now that can last anywhere from 4 to 9 hours. So I'm actually looking at getting one of those batteries very soon, because I have the Sony a7 III at home and I haven't put it to work yet, and I do have the almost $1,600 G Master lens still sitting in the box brand new that I haven't used yet. But I love this GoPro camera. I'm still using the Hero 9, and this is my workhorse. The only con to the Sony a7 III, in which I'm going to find a workaround soon for it, is the a7 III only records in 30-minute intervals. That's it. But other than that, the a7 III is a great investment camera, and I still recommend people to get it if they get a chance. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this video on Quora questions and answers about side hustles and making a judgment call on when to quit your job and all of that good stuff. Thank you again so much, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Sean, and this is Side Hustle Inspiration, where I motivate good working class people to change the history of the human thought process and going from employee to entrepreneur. All right, Sean, over and out. Thanks for watching. Peace.